Private equity parasites. Yay! We love those. Again, I love this. Shout out to Crab for the thumbnail. Rick says it sounds good. Booyah said you were blowing out, like I said. But now I've got your Discord thing here. Let's bring you back.
Weird.
Now we're better. Anyway. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that.
Like I've not changed anything. That's what's crazy.
The closer you get to your mic, the more blown out you get. So I don't know what's happening, but something weird.
I mean, I tried to adjust.
Something weird's going on.
Whatever. We're good now.
Okay. I think you just got a little closer. But anyway, Anthony, what's going on, bro? Oz, shout out to Oz. It's Oz o'clock. We sing it every night. It's Oz o'clock. Now we can clip it.
Okay.
All right. Private equity parasites. This one's a quick story. We're going to get through this fast. What's going on here? Private equity is set to loot Albertsons ahead of its proposed merger with rival Kroger. This is literally like how the parasites suck a company dry, pay themselves exorbitant fees, leave the company holding the bag, and walk away going, what? Nothing we can do. We gotta go bankrupt now. Cerberus Capital Management, they actually used to own Chrysler Corp at one point. The private equity owner now of Albertsons grocery stores is quickly moving to extract an unusually large amount of money from the grocer that would leave Albertsons in a much worse position to repay the massive debt load put on it by its private equity owners. This move puts many of Albertsons workers and their pensions at risk.
Well, this is the whole merger of like Kroger and Albertsons, right?
Well, yes. Just days after both Kroger and Albertsons announced they would merge on October 14th, Albertsons Board of Directors proposed paying shareholders $3.7 billion in a one-time special dividend. Okay, this is really crooked. So therefore, this unprecedented special dividend is scheduled to be paid on November 7th. By the way, if you own any stock in Kroger or in Albertsons, I suggest you buy it tomorrow because it's to shareholders on record as of tomorrow. Regardless of whether the merger is successfully completed or not, they're going to be paying this massive payout to shareholders. The merger will likely face significant antitrust scrutiny given that Kroger and Albertsons respectively make up the fourth and fifth largest grocery chains in the country. Of course, the FTC has not really been stopping shit from happening, even though Matt Stoller has a hard-on for Lena Khan, thinks that she's great. Cerberus is able to enrich itself in this way because it effectively controls the board of directors that approved this special dividend. Following its 2006 acquisition of Albertsons for $350 million, which initially was a way to acquire the grocer's real estate on the cheap, Cerberus has been able to install two of its executives on Albertsons' board of directors. The board of directors is clearly conflicted that this $3.7 billion special dividend, especially because the chief executive officer of Cerberus, Steven Feinberg, is also the largest shareholder in Albertsons, with nearly a third of the company's total shares, which means that he is the beneficial owner of all of Cerberus's shares through his stake in Albertsons Investor Holdings LLC, which is invested in Albertsons stock. He is therefore expected to receive, again, if you do the math, a $1.04 billion windfall on November 7th because of this $3.7 billion special dividend.
Right, he just gets to print money.
He just gets to hand himself, like literally a third of the money that's sitting in coffers of the company, loot the entire company, and pay it out to himself because he owns a third of the stock. Really? Cerberus's funds had previously collected $374 million for Albertsons through fees and dividends from 2013 to 18. Other executives, Chan Galbato and Scott Willey, who sit on the board of directors, separately own much smaller stakes directly in Albertsons. Okay. Meanwhile, I love hearing that, the company and its 290,000 employees, many of them union members, will have to contend with the $6.55 billion in debt that still needs to be repaid. For context, the $3.7 billion special dividend represents nearly 56% of all the debt outstanding, and it's going to pay shareholders rather than the debt. Albertsons also reported in 2021 that its pension plans are underfunded by a shocking $4.7 billion. So they could also use it to fund their underfunded pension, but they're not doing that either. They're going to give it to their shareholders, the people who don't already need it. Sadly, this sort of playbook is where private equity firms extract dividends and real estate away from grocery chains is not new and has led to numerous bankruptcies that harm workers, shoppers, and communities, as we saw with Fairway Market, Southeastern Grocers, A&P, even in my area, Tops Markets, and others. We also saw it happen with Kmart and Sears. Worse, continued concentration of the nation's grocers hurts everyone by driving the price of food higher and is a major contributor to the broader increase in inflation. The number of grocery stores declined by 30% from 1993 to 2019, while the 4 largest grocers tripled their collective market share during that same time period to 69%. 69, dude. Not a good 69.
Nice.
Allowing the 4th and 5th largest grocery chains to merge would only empower the combined company to drive the price of food even higher, as people have even fewer choices to shop around for their basic needs.
We're fucked.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.